Welcome back to The Bridge on WSAV. If you've just joined us, well, we're here at Memorial Day School talking about educational opportunities, all of the wonderful opportunities we have here in Savannah, the Coastal Empire, and Low Country. And one of the best, of course, Memorial Day School. And I'm here with Jennifer Ferris, of course, who is the head of school, and we're continuing our conversation. We've been talking about the academics and also Memorial Day School being a non-denominational faith-based school. All kinds of extracurricular activities that you can get involved with here. And the whole philosophy of diapers, of course, to diplomas at Memorial Day School. I absolutely love it, how it's grown. But the athletic program has really grown here at Memorial Day School as well.
Yes, it has. So we offer in the fall, of course, our girls volleyball team has become more and more competitive, and volleyball in general has become more competitive in high school. I remember long ago volleyball was not the sport to play, but all of a sudden it definitely is. And our girls last year, for the first time, had the opportunity to go to the state level and compete. So we didn't win last year, but they sure did enjoy going to that level of competition. And then we have, of course, our football team, and they're working hard.
I was going to say the football team. Now, you had a lot of success with the football team, and it's really grown over the years.
We have. So in the last several years, they've won state championships, and they just love to play the game. Our coach is awesome at making sure that our kids, not only on the field, are doing what they need to do, but also off the field, that academics always comes first.
You know, and Jennifer, are you seeing that in the educational systems these days? Because, years ago, you used to hear about, oh, well, this particular student is an athlete. I mean, and he excels athletically. But it seems like more and more we're seeing those athletes excel academically as well, and that's something that Memorial strongly believes in.
I think in our world today, you have to. Your academics have to come first. We really strive with our children, with our boys, and with all of our students, just that they put academics first in everything that they do at school, that before any extracurricular activity, we have to have our grades where they need to be. Our football coach hosts a study hall during 7th period every day to make sure that the boys are doing what they need to be doing. He sends out a grade report to make sure that our grades are on point, and anybody that's not, he signs them up for a tutorial with their teacher, so they make sure they're getting any extra help that they might need to get their grades where they need to be.
So there's a lot of opportunity, not only for male sports here, but female sports as well.
Absolutely. So of course, we have volleyball, we have cheerleading for our ladies. We're working on soccer. That is something that they really want to get started. We really will consider any sport as long as we have the interest. We'll try and make it happen for our kids.
And I love the fact that here at Memorial, because you have those small numbers as far as the student and teacher ratio, so that you get a lot of academic help, but athletically the students get a lot of opportunity, not only to be a part of a team, but to actually participate and be that person on the field, or doing the actual thing that you're doing athletically.
Absolutely. Our kids, we find, play more than one sport normally because we are small and we need them all to participate to make those teams. And if you come to school and don't think that, have always wanted to try something, here you get that opportunity to try. You don't have to be afraid that anybody's going to make fun of you, or that, if you don't have a lot of experience, we're going to help you and get you where you need to be so that you can be a part of our team.
Well, and it's always wonderful to hear. I mean, as a parent, my daughter played, volleyball and basketball. And I used to think, okay, how is she going to get all of the academics done? And how is she going to stay on top of that? It's always wonderful to hear not only, do you have all of these opportunities, but that you're open to ideas and bringing on even new sports and new clubs and new things as well. With my own situation, I was worried about would she have time for her academics. But what I saw when she went into college and started her college direction, I saw that because of the mixture of the athletics and the academics and being on schedule and learning time management at school, that she did better during her college years.
Absolutely, because think of how busy we all are. Time management is one of the biggest skills we need to learn. And I think as an athlete or someone who is participating in choir or putting on a play, any of those things, that kids have to learn how to manage their time and how to multitask and get everything done. And that's the world we live in. Our days are busier and busier, it seems. And so I think that's so very important for them.
So between athletics and theater or music opportunities, you cover all the bases here at Memorial.
Yes, we do.
So walk me through a typical day at Memorial, because we know that all students don't necessarily take the same path, and we all know that they learn differently.
Right.
So you have some students probably going in one direction and some students going in another direction. Walk me through some of how it works here at Memorial.
Right. Well, I would say that in the life of all of our students, we have a 7-period day at Memorial. So we have a 7-period day. One of the reasons we went to 7 periods is to give more opportunity to our high school students. This way they can get more than enough credits in. They have time to dual enroll if they want to dual enroll. So they just have a lot more opportunity to see what interests them and what they might want to do beyond high school. So they come to school at 8 o'clock in the morning and they're here until 3. They start their day with usually the pledges and a morning prayer, and then we go on through their academic day. We offer a variety of arts and music and theater programs for our students. And then usually we really try 7th period for high school athletes if they are like the football team would have a study skills class, so they can make sure that they are on top of things and have some time to get some homework done so they're prepared to practice, because most of our athletes practice after school for several hours. Our football team practices probably until about 6 o'clock every day. And so by the time they were here at 8 o'clock, they're tired by the time they go home. So it gives them an opportunity to get some work done.
And that really gets back to that time management. So,
Right.
and it's all building blocks, getting them ready for that next phase of life.
Right.
And I love that. So let me ask you this. You've been doing this a long time, Jennifer, involved with the educational system. And obviously, we're always in today's society seeming, especially with all the technological advances, trying to play catch up. What would you say are some of the biggest obstacles that we are facing in our educational world today? And what is Memorial doing to overcome some of those obstacles?
I think our kids today have lots of obstacles. I think probably the biggest is technology, where technology is such an asset in so many parts of our lives. It also is a hindrance in our lives. Our kids, you see kids on their phones all day, every day, and parents complain and try and figure out how to pry their phones out of their hands so that we can have that family time that we used to have when we were children. And I think getting the phones out of their hands is such a big obstacle in our kids' lives. Social media, it's a great thing when it's used correctly, and it's an obstacle for children of this age, though. It's so easy for kids to get on and say things that might not be good things and how to deal with those things.
And these are all things that are addressed here at Memorial to make sure that the kids stay on track in a positive direction.
Absolutely.
So what about communication with parents? Because as a parent, that's something important to me. It's one thing that your student goes to the school every day, but for parents or caregivers out there, what about communication between the school and the caregiver or parent?
Well, communication is definitely key, and that's where that technology does come in handy. We have a weekly letter that goes home every weekend to tell the parents everything that's happening the upcoming week, and sometimes weeks ahead. We make sure our teachers are so good at communicating with their parents, letting them know, if their student is struggling with a concept, or make sure to let them know when they're thriving and doing really well. Sometimes, we just want them to know, hey, they worked so hard on this and they did so well, and I'm just proud. I need to brag for a minute. So I think communication definitely, we wouldn't be a success without it, that's for sure.
I love that example you just gave because you're so right, because many times if a school is getting in contact with a parent, you automatically think, oh my goodness, what did they do this time?
Right.
But many times Memorial believes in patting those students on the back when they do those good things, and a lot of times you don't hear about those things from your own child. So I love the fact that the educators take it upon themselves to reach out to the parents to let them know.
Absolutely.
You've been doing this a long time, Jennifer. Why education and why Memorial Day School? I mean, you started off as an educator here. Now you're head of school. Why do you do this? And what does it mean to you to be here at Memorial?
Memorial just has a special family atmosphere. When you're here, you just feel a part of one great big happy family. We just love our students. We think of them as our own children, and we just want them to have a great educational experience.
Would you say that's what sets Memorial apart from all the rest? Because obviously we know there's a lot of public schools, a lot of private schools out there in Savannah, the Coastal Empire, and Low Country, a lot of wonderful schools, a lot of different options. And sometimes it's right for public school for that student, sometimes private school. But would you say that's what sets Memorial apart from all the rest?
I think so. Last year, I have a perfect example. Last year, we had a family come to us and wanted to promote Memorial and asked for one word that described Memorial. And the parent had a child in high school or has a child in high school, and said, what do you think? When you think of Memorial, what do you think? And he says, matter. He said, I matter at Memorial.
Ah, I love that. That tugs at your heart.
Absolutely.
As head of school, that has to mean everything to you.
It does. It does.
It makes what you're doing worthwhile.
It's important.
Well, Jennifer, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for joining us on the bridge and for sharing with us everything about Memorial Day School. A lot of success here. I've seen this school grow so much over the years, and you guys are on the right track and at the top of the list. I want to say thank you for all the work that you do.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming and talking to us and learning more about our school.
If you'd like more information on Memorial Day School, all you have to do is go to the information you see right there on your screen. And believe me, they have a website, all kinds of information that you can find out everything you need to know about Memorial Day School. You can also check out our website for more information as well. That's WSAV.com. Don't go away. We'll be back with more of The Bridge right after this. Stay with us.